Hello and welcome in. I'm going to be doing a bit of Reiki healing for tonight. Please don't mind the mix of piano music and air conditioning noises. Weather's getting a bit intense right now. Let me know, how have you been feeling? What energies have been coming up? How's your Monday been? Hello. Welcome in. Hey Haley. I made it. I made it live. I don't really have intentions for this live. We're gonna see what comes up. It's been a dreamy energy. Maybe higher chakras. We'll figure it out. How are you all feeling? How have things been? Throat chakra. I could bring out some things for the throat chakra. I have to find it. Yeah, it's been heavy. That's good. That's good that it felt lighter and more hopeful. Hello. How's it going? Thank you. Yeah, let me know, where are you all from? What state or countries are you in right now? And if you're new here, I'm doing a bit of Reiki healing, energy clearing, and energy restoration using crystals. Thank you. Yes, if you are new here and you're kind of curious what Reiki is, please check out my introduction video. It's a good explanation on how this energy works and how I utilize it. But I set the intention for this to be a quiet, a calm room, a peaceful place, a safe place. I think that's the most important thing. Good evening. Spaghetti. Let me know where you are all located and what you had for dinner, or what you're going to have for dinner. Nachos. I like that. Nachos are good. So Cherie got me this giant, new selenite stick. So we're gonna use this to clear through energy. There's a bit of throat chakra mixed into this too, so this is gonna be really good. Nice. Hey Filey. Yeah, she saw me struggling with the other one for a year, and she's like, I'm gonna get you a real piece of selenite. I do have bigger pieces of selenite, but I wasn't using it for the lives. She's like, use this for the lives. Use this to clear through space, clear through the energy. Probably do like 10 more minutes of just clearing, and then we'll start working on a bit of restoration. It glows. I've been charging it all weekend. She's strong. She's got all the chakras. I don't even need crystals anymore. It's just that one is gonna clear through everything. Yes, this does work if you fall asleep. The energy will still reach you, and honestly, half the people that join these lives, they join to fall asleep because it helps. Yes, it's Taylor Swift Mondays. Tonight we're working on Fearless, and my air conditioner will chime in every now and again. Everyone thank Filey. Filey's the reason I'm doing a live tonight. I'm not sure about the headaches. I know sometimes the energy doesn't resonate well with people. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for being respectful. Yeah, I know this helps with headaches most of the time. It's able to clear a lot of that heavy energy. So if you feel it in your stomach and lower back, what I'm reading is sort of solar plexus energy and root chakra. So that means you might have some blockages in feeling safe and feeling grounded and shielded, which is root chakra. And maybe some blockages in kind of using your own power. Right. I'll bring back the selenite and see how this is going. So this is clearing and recharging all of those spaces. Yep, it's normal to feel the energy in different places and in different ways. Sometimes it's heat, sometimes it's cold. Sometimes it's just tingling. Right now I'm still doing one-on-one Reiki sessions with clients, but in the future I'm gonna start focusing mainly on shamanic energy clearing. Is this? Oh. So yeah, for the rest of the month I'll still be doing one-on-one Reiki sessions, and the next month I'm gonna start with something new for one-on-one clients. It's still going to clear through chakras, but it'll be a bit different. Yeah, this one it's powerful. Cherie Mystic got this one for me. She saw me using all the other ones I was using. So any heavy, dense energy, you could let go of it. You don't have to look at the screen if you don't want to. Just hearing the audio, I know, helps. This can help with some physical ailments. It's kind of like psychic ASMR or like a psychic massage. I know there's carnelian, I think green adventurin, sodalite, amethyst, quartz, tiger's eye. The one for sacral chakra, I'm not entirely sure. So a shamanic healing, we kind of identify what issues you're dealing with. Is it an event that's been stressing you out? Something that's been triggering you? So it's a bit of talk therapy, kind of learning what shadows we're dealing with. Then we do a ceremony where we figure out which chakra is holding that energy within it. And we do something called an illumination. And that's where I would use a pendulum to kind of find which chakra is being most affected. Then we'd do a ceremony similar to this, but I would use a rattle to kind of lift that heavy energy. But it would be in several sessions because we have to see where that trauma might be existing in different places. And then I would also do something called decoupling, which is the shamanic way of doing Reiki healing. Hello, welcome in. I feel good. I feel the energy. It feels light. Because it heals the practitioner as well as the person that's being healed. I'm not familiar with a body talk session, but I know a lot of things can be transferred through DNA and ancestral things that we're battling through. And if we look at astrology, I think a lot of our generation is just born depressed at this point as well. A lot of placements in Pluto, a lot of placements in Scorpio, a lot of heavy energy. But learning the tools to help navigate how your mind works, I think that's important. So you might be feeling it in the third eye, if you're feeling it in the head, or in your crown chakra. I'm glad you're here. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for the likes and the shares and the gifts. It helps support me. It helps me keep going so I can keep doing this for everybody. Thank you. I haven't gone live in the mornings, but I am thinking about starting something like that. But it would be a different setup. It wouldn't be like pulling. It would be more like just energy shifting, energy recharging. Thank you. I have not been to Iceland. I forgot the name of the painting behind me, but it's an old cognac poster. I don't drink, but when I saw the poster, I was like, I love this. I want this. In the future, I'm going to try offering Reiki level 1. I've been running through a few different people. I have 5 main apprentices that I've been training. One that's trying to go live with me. Hello. But if you've been struggling with anything, feel free to write it into the chat. You could write "I release," and then whatever things have been on your mind, whatever's been holding you back, whatever energy you felt today. And if you're looking for any links to my YouTube or to book a one-on-one or Patreon or anything like that, you could check out my bio, and my link tree has everything linked up. That's so cool, thank you. I haven't seen the dinosaur yet. I'm using the selenite with the different crystals and copper to just kind of do a full energy wash. You're going to pull away anything you're releasing. Imagine that being lifted off, like ribbons or shadows, threads or tendrils. I normally lift this energy, and I personally see it as ribbons, or I feel it in my hands as ribbons. And I set the intention to only lift heavy energy, dark energy. And if you want, as you're writing these things, take a deep breath in and then slowly exhale. We're stepping into a new season, summer solstice. We're stepping into Cancer season, watery energy, emotional energy. You might have felt it this weekend, that feeling of just being vulnerable. Allow the next month for you to express those emotions and those feelings. Express it clearly, because people can't read our minds. One of my friends sent me a video today, and it's like, speak clearly, say exactly what's affecting you, let other people know that that's what's affecting you. It's going to help you navigate a lot better, hopefully. If you don't know specifically what's affecting you, maybe noticing how it shows up in the body, within behavior, within emotions. So it could be emotions you're letting go of, feelings, old thought patterns. If you feel hurt, notice where in the body you feel hurt, and see if you could imagine letting go of that energy. Take another deep breath in, slowly exhaling. I think the first 2 Reiki sessions that I did were the most memorable, because those were vulnerable moments of me playing with energy I wasn't sure about yet. Like, I was trained in it, but it was the first time I was experiencing it myself, experiencing working with others. And so the first person that just let me use meditative Reiki, and then the second person who was a paid client that was looking for kind of a renewal of creativity. It was fun. It was beautiful. And then there was one earlier this year. It was the first time I was able to start sensing like spirit guides or spirit animals. It takes a lot for me because that's not my specialty. So when I was able to tap into that energy, that was really powerful. if you're new here, please head to my page and check out my introduction video. That's where I explain best everything that I'm able to tap into, everything that I'm doing here. So I became involved with Reiki just because I never meant to do all of this. All of this is new, foreign, and it's different for me. But I was going through a lot of trauma, complex PTSD, heartbreak, grief, the loss of an important relationship, the loss of an important friend, inevitably the loss within myself, of myself. So I started with meditation years ago. I started with Tai Chi to understand energy, to understand Chi and Prana and Reiki. And then I was taking meditation class in 2020, and the same instructor had a Reiki class. So I said, I'm going to try this. And so I tried it. So I had complex PTSD, so I was trying to use that to help heal it. It helped a little. I had to go through a lot more vigorous stuff to kind of put myself back together. But it was a good start to where I was headed. It's still a good start to where I'm headed. It's okay to cry. It's okay if you cry in these sessions. I've worked to shift energy so that this feels like a safe place, so it feels welcoming. So a lot of people that enter the room for the first time, they'll start crying because they haven't felt this energy before. Because for a lot of us, we don't feel at home. We don't feel at home within our homes. We don't feel at home within our own bodies. And we don't feel at home within our own minds sometimes. And that's where it's frustrating. But if I could emulate what that should feel like, I think that helps a lot of people. It helps me as well. Whenever I tap into this energy and I'm healing others, it heals me because it reminds me of what that energy should feel like. And people are like, oh, this is just a placebo. Oh, this is XYZ or whatever. Science this, science that. And like, I love science. I believe in science. But like, the body is a scientific tool meant to feel and tap into different energies. Science is only a tool to measure what spirituality already knows. Whatever narratives we pick up are important for our own growth in our own story. It doesn't have to be an explanation. If you want something to help, it's going to help. This is about emotion. This is about you connecting to you. This is about you healing. And that's why I do this, because I wanted to heal. I wanted to feel better. And when I felt powerless, I wanted to feel powerful. And when I found my own strength within weakness, I wanted to start sharing that with other people. How do we feel at home? That's a struggle. That's something I struggle with. To feel at home or within the body or within the mind. It's a journey. And it's your own journey to take whichever path you want. I give you the hints at what I did. Meditation, yoga, Tai Chi. Tai Chi and yoga are physical ways of doing meditation, and that allows you to connect more with spirit, your inner spirit, your soul, whatever you want to call it. And the thing with Reiki is it has nothing to do with religion. It's about you, whatever you feel, and whatever you want to believe. Don't let anyone discredit your narrative, what you feel, your emotions. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Feeling at home, what should that feel like? Qigong is good. Qigong is the martial arts form of Tai Chi. So it's like the divine feminine versus divine masculine. Because Qigong is a fighting form where you take the opponent's energy and use it against them. I played a little bit with it. It's okay to feel lost. We feel lost because we're told purpose, we need to do this. You need to grow up and be an adult. You need to go find a person and start a family with. You need to go have a job or career. And here's a blueprint. If you go to this college or take this course or do that, you're going to be set, and all of that isn't always true. I listen to Alan Watts a lot, and he talks a lot about teachings from Lao Tzu and the Tao Te Ching, where when we look at plants, when we look at seedlings and flowers, you plant them and you don't really put an expectation on them. You water them and you watch them grow. You watch them chase sunlight. You watch them breathe. You watch them change with the seasons, effortlessly. That's what we should do with ourselves. Be gentle with yourself as you find yourself, as you redefine yourself. You don't have to be who you were, and you don't have to be who they were told you to be. You could just be my mentor. She says, treat this world like a garden. Look at it like a garden. Look at it as a flower garden that's slowly growing. They blossom in the spring, they grow tall in the summer. In the fall, they sleep. In the winter, they sleep deeper. And our energies work the same way. Like if you felt it today, energy was heavy, energy was dense. Every day, we don't have the same energy field. We don't have the same energy within us. And sure, we could eat better. Sure, we could do certain things to help channel energy. But sometimes you wake up and just energy feels dense. It feels heavy. There are things out there we don't know yet that we can't explain. There are things that we can't see. And so with Reiki, it's about feeling. It's about sensing the energy. It's about understanding chi, understanding healing. I'm going to stop pulling after this and just start doing pure energy restoration. And if we think about it, like, sure, radio waves are real. We have a radio and it can pick up the signal and create sound from hearing something that's invisible. Same thing with Wi-Fi. You're probably using Wi-Fi right now at home. Those signals are invisible to our eyes. But the phones connect to it. The phones know what to look for. There are things we can't see, but there are things we could still feel. Yes, I saw that there's going to be a shift tomorrow through the rest of the week. A better energy. So tonight, rest. Use this as a jumping off place to just rest. To recharge. Yes, we'll be stepping into Cancer season. Even more energy. Even more emotions. But feel them. See what stories they tell you. See what energies you feel. Yeah, a ton of my friends' birthdays are in this month. I think like 4 of them. saw a question. I'm using Howlite right now for emotional healing. How do we release energy? When we get angry, we hold a lot of heavy energy. You could walk it off sitting on the earth, going into the forest, sitting among a tree. Breath work. Taking deep, slow breaths in through the nose, then slowly exhaling. Just letting go of anything. If you want this to be a donut, it can be. I wouldn't recommend eating it though. Hello from Costa Rica. It's okay to cry. When we cry, we're feeling those emotional wounds and we're letting go. Letting go of that heavy energy. No, the wand I got is from Cherie Mystic. Sent that to me. She supplies all of my crystals. I'm training to be a shaman. I have a mentor, Lauren Thu. She's been training me. So I'm like 1/4 done with my training. Hello, welcome in. How are you all feeling? Do you feel a shift? Do you feel the energy changing? Yeah, Cherie's amazing. If you hear talking or shouting, there are people playing outside. We've reached the season of summer. Like Taylor Swift says, shake it off. So if you get into a fight or into an argument, you get you're stuck in fight or flight mode, where you either want to run or you want to keep fighting, or if you're still channeling that angry energy. So literally just shaking your hands, dancing, singing, screaming into a pillow. If you look up something called EFT tapping or emotional freedom technique, there's a ton of videos here on TikTok. Those are good ways to tap into the meridians to relieve that energy. I write it down. I try to write down the narrative. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? And I write it as if I'm writing a story. I feel angry because someone said something that hurt me. How did it hurt me? I felt disrespected. I did not feel heard. I did not feel seen. I'm trying to think. If you get like I don't know if this works. Someone correct me if this one works or doesn't. But if you get something cold, like a cold can of soda, put it on your chest, like on your chest, or like around your neck, or a cold shower. I don't like cold showers, but it'll get you out of that fight or flight. Yeah, it activates the vagus nerve. I just had forgotten if it only affects panic attacks and certain other things, but it'll help as well. Will it play? Let's see. Meditation is good too. Thank you all. Yeah, sometimes I say things and I'm like, I forget. I know I've heard these places, I forget what they help with exactly. Yep, because my friend Pyra said that some people have anxiety or breath work brings up more trauma. So washing hands with cold water, washing the face with cold water. This playlist I've linked in my bio, but this is Taylor Swift's Fearless piano version by Minzz Piano. I use different things. Once a week, if I can wash certain ones, I'll wash them. I use a rattle over them or a bell. I use Reiki to charge them up as well. Yep, an ice pack on the vagus nerve. So if you look for the vagus nerve around the neck, behind the neck, on the chest, that helps a lot. Yep, my moderators are quick. So please follow my moderators. I think it's Chronically Ghosted in here right now. Her and I do a ton of lives now. We do oracle card readings. On Thursday, we're going to do another oracle card reading. We're still figuring it out. And then in both of our bios, it walks you through how you could sign up for an oracle card reading through Etsy as well. Give me a second. I have to find a crystal. It's just dark and I cannot see. Is it here? Nope, this is amethyst. Someone had asked for throat chakra earlier, so I'm trying to find my soda light. Here we go. Some soda light. I'm glad this helps. Yeah, we focus more on oracle when we do readings, but they work similarly. For me, it's easier to read oracle cards. Yep. So the calming is set. That's my intention, for this room to feel calm, to feel collected, to feel peaceful. No worries. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I post all of my lives, whatever I can, onto YouTube as well. This one is soda light, so I'm working on throat chakra right now, and then I'm going to dive back into maybe emotional healing. Yeah. Yeah, if you're clearing your throat, that's the energy moving. My YouTube is the same name, so if you search Alchemist Kennedy. Oh, sorry, I didn't see your question. The questions move so quickly. Okay. Yeah, I'll do, because I'll be on for maybe another 15 minutes or so, so I'll do this for throat chakra, then I'll do moonstone for emotions, and then rose quartz to wrap it up. It depends. For the first crystal, it depends. I'm feeling throat chakra as well right now. It depends what you're kind of looking to conquer. So for me, the first few that I was working on was for grounding, so obsidian, selenite, just for crown chakra, connecting to higher self, and then something blue for throat chakra and emotions. So I had used blue lace. It's like a small piece of blue lace that I had. Like, it was tiny. I was like, I just need a small, just something to get by. Thank you, MJ. Coming through with the ducks. I love ducks. No, I don't have blue jasper. The reoccurring thought. So those are ruminating thoughts. So like, you'll be sitting down and then the thought will just pop into your mind and you'll be like, why am I thinking about this again? And you get taken back. You get taken back to the moment where they disrespected you or they hurt you or any of that. What I used to do, because it got really bad for me and I couldn't focus, I couldn't function in reality, and I'm still trying to piece myself back from that. But in my journey was, I had a journal in my phone. There was an app that I use, the notes app. I would write down the thought exactly, because because I had to physically put it somewhere. Even if it was on a digital platform, I had to have an act of creating. So I'd write down, right now I'm upset because XYZ. I'm thinking about this scenario that had hurt me. This person said this, or this person did this. And I don't know why I feel this way. What I'm feeling right now is anxious, upset. And so you're playing detective now when you start doing that. Because you physically put that emotion and that feeling somewhere. And like, it takes time. Like, for maybe a good year and a half that was happening to me. So it's not like a one and done, but like, you doing that helps you take control of the mind. Because the mind is sort of, it's the ego lashing out and is like, hey, you remember this one bad moment? And I'll be like, that's nice. But let's kind of put it somewhere. Let's feel it. Let's write down exactly what we're feeling, because we're feeling it right now. And then we can move forward from it once I've physically put it somewhere. Or if you have a physical journal and you want to write it down, you could write it down. You don't have to save those notes. You could delete them afterwards. The point isn't to like record exactly what's happening, but it's to put it somewhere where you could then just be like, all right, it's not in my head anymore. It's not in my mind anymore. I could put it somewhere. I'm going to shift to Moonstone. So this is for emotional healing. Other things you can do, if it's a person or a situation, if it's a person that keeps ruminating, that keeps popping up into your mind, I would imagine them in a room if you can. I don't know the situation. If it's too painful, don't do this. But if it's like a breakup or something like that, and no one was like hurt, imagine them being in the room, telling them like, you're not here with me, you can't hurt me, you can't talk to me, you no longer have say in what I do with my life. That was the past, and the past is in the past. If you believe in soul contracts, I imagine them with the contract, taking that contract, ripping it up, shredding it up, and then I let them leave the room, let them leave, go outside. I close that door, and I let that door fade away entirely, because it's your imagination, you control it. Yep, your energy is no longer welcome here. You've served the contract. I understood the lessons I needed to learn from this. You can be gone. And these were techniques, like I say, every day I was doing this. Every single day. Like, it was bad. But it was the only way I could start taking control again. Yep, I imagine it like paper. And so I call it a soul contract. It's just like anyone you come in contact with, you've developed a connection. I imagine it as a contract, as something that could then be thrown away. Yes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. It could help. Gigi, it can help. The issue is that because you're still there within their energy, they're still there around you, like it'll give you like brief separateness from them. Because for me, when I'm too close to people, when I'm in a relationship, basically, it's you're connected on a psychic level, a spiritual level, and so it's harder for me to break those connections. So if I were seeing them every day, I would have to just be upset at them. Even then, it wasn't the most healthiest. I just write soul. Yes, you could do that. Daisy, you could write like the soul contract. Write out anything you want. Because it's your imagination, it's your healing path. Anything you think is going to help you is going to sever that cord. If you look up cord cutting, that's there are different rituals you can do. For me, what I just described, that's one way that I did a cord cutting. It can be a bit intense, the energy. If it's too much of a headache, I would say maybe scroll away for a bit and see how energy feels. But I'm using right now Moonstone to try and heal through any emotional traumas or any heavy energy. For author, you're saying, what does it mean when you miss someone that hurt you, that abused you? Who are you remembering when you miss them? Are you remembering the part of you that did love them, the part of them that they did show you that they cared? You're missing those tender moments of where they showed that they could care, or what you perceived as caring. And what I have to do is I have to remember that the physical aspects were not matching up to what was said. And it's hard because we want those emotions. We want to feel loved. We want to feel cared for. We want to find someone that we could share our true selves with. And so when there's a breakup, a lot of times people want to go back because they're remembering only the good, which is beautiful. There's good out there. But we also forget that there was bad. And for me, take what resonates with you. For me, it's like I have to move on. I have to move forward. If they walked away or I chose to walk away for a reason, that's that. It's just scary stepping into new adventures, finding new people, because the world is just all over the place. But spending time with yourselves, reconnecting with yourself, understanding what that last story was. Because if you look at everything as a book, look at your life as a book, and the people you meet are chapters within those books. And sometimes a chapter ends, but it can continue elsewhere if you feel safe enough. Someone had asked about grief a little while ago. Check out my YouTube page. A while back I did like a 3-part thing on grief. But exactly what I said before, journaling down whatever emotions come up. I'm using rose quartz now for heart chakra. Grief is painful because you lose you lose them. If it was a person that you could still forgive, that you could still love, looking at a photo of them and speaking to them, or imagining them there with you, speaking with you. People do say the worst things in a breakup. And the truth is, the breakup happens because the alignment that we had isn't there anymore. And it hurts, and it is painful. It's a lot. Stress could affect the entire body. Like from a science, physiological standpoint, it could affect all of it. The physical form, the organs. Men can be scary. The issue is that men don't know, we're not taught how to understand our emotions or to feel our emotions, so we just feel waves of them. And so the rejection just feels like, it feels like being physically hurt. And that's what makes it dangerous. There's no wrong, there's no right in how things are handled. But because we're unable to tap into our emotions because we were taught we're not supposed to, it's like screaming into the void inside of our mind. People who just disappear, if they walk away, they walk away. I let them go. I'm not chasing anybody. I'm not putting in my effort more than I need to. screaming into the void inside your mind. Yep, and that's what it feels like, and it's tricky because it causes emotions to lash out in different ways that are not right. Sorry, my mind is everywhere. Still trying to process it. I think that's the goal. I think we should all reach this place of emotional maturity, and I think it sucks because I think that's a challenge for men, where they've learned masculine energy but not what divine masculine energy is, or understanding that within each of us there is masculine and feminine energy that need to be expressed in their own ways. Yes, Reiki uses different meridians on the body. With Reiki, they focus on 7 main chakra points, but there are many more along the body. Normally, I'm in a state connected with higher spirit where my only objective in session is to hold space. Feel what they feel what everyone feels, but holding space. Knowing that I don't have to directly help, I just have to create the space where they can feel, they can go through whatever they're going through. And I think as empaths, there's a good jumping off point. As empaths, we want to dive in and we want to help people, we want to heal people, we want to be the hero. And we don't have to. We open space and say, if you want to speak about this, let me know, and I'll open space and we'll speak about this. But we don't have to be the one to drag people out of the mud. They have to learn to do that on their own. But if they need the light to show them which direction to go, that's what we do. Because you're supposed to be a guiding light, not offering all of your light to the other person, if that makes sense. And I used to do that a lot. I used to do that in my relationships and my friendships, where I thought I had to be the one that's like, I have to save you, I have to find a solution. And so just talking vaguely, I'm speaking vaguely at this point, where like with an issue with men and women is that sometimes women just want to express what's going on, what the struggle is, not looking for a solution, but just wanting a place to talk about what's happening. And men hear the issue and they'll want to try and fix it. And I'm guilty of this. I'll hear an issue and I'm like, well, if that's the issue, we go fix this. Here are the steps immediately, how to go fix this. But you don't have to. You just have to be the spaces to listen. And you could even ask, like, what do you want in this conversation? Are you looking for advice, or are you just looking for a safe space to speak? And there's nothing wrong with being clear on both of your intentions. And so that works in relationships. That works as an empath relationship. You as an empath trying to help your friends, creating that space. Like, what are you looking for? Are you looking for solutions, or are you looking for a space just to vent? Because most people, so empaths will get pissed off because we will give advice, the best advice, and people won't take it and we'll feel disrespected. But the truth is, if the advice or the light they're looking for isn't coming directly from within them, they're not going to change it. They're not going to do the thing. It's like the movie Inception. They were trying to get into someone's mind so that they could make a decision, but they had to go so far into the subconscious that they could do that. Us opening space for whoever it is allows them the space to talk about it and visualize what the actual issue is and decide how they're gonna move forward, if they want to move forward. And if there is no solution or anything they could do, at least there was a space where it could be discussed and talked about. I'm gonna move to some amethyst. Normally I was going to leave about now, but maybe another 5 minutes or so. I'm going to read the room and see how everyone's doing. with ADD, with ADHD, you'll have to build a toolkit, because the same things won't work every single day. So like meditation could be great today, and tomorrow you can't focus on anything. So you'd have to build a toolkit of different things. And so for me, it was like meditation, EFT tapping, Reiki, dancing. Dancing is a form of meditation. Reaching that flow state, being completely present. Running, it's a form of meditation. Writing, for me, I write a lot. You could look up ADHD games that are based on focus. If you really want to focus though, if you look up white noise for ADHD or ADD, that helps me a lot, because it stops the running around in my mind that it does. I am a Scorpio, but people say I don't act like one. But if I get mad, I really do act like one. Yeah, brown noise is also good for ADHD. It also helps with insomnia. Yes, dancing cheers you up. Doing something silly, having fun. I think we do need, for some of us, we go through different things and the mind is all over the place. And I think it's safe to take like antidepressants, it's safe to take mood altering things that were prescribed to you by a therapist or doctor. Just because we reach a point where it can become overwhelming. And I know for me, I've overwhelmed myself so much. My own thoughts, I'll be exhausted just by thinking. And so for me, I'm like, this helps. Reiki helps a lot, but I think it's good to use it with different things, using it with medicine, using it with psychology. I am a mix of an introverted and extroverted Scorpio. I'm gonna start winding down. Soon I'm gonna head out, but I'm gonna just send you all a bit of light energy. This song specifically, that was White Horse that was playing. Yep. The medications help. And the journey is different for other people. For some people it helps, for some people it don't. But I say try it and see where things take you. Yes. Imagine this space as like a psychic spa. A psychic spa for the soul. What sign is Virgo? Virgo is an earth sign. That's like late August into September. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for being respectful. Yep. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Thank you all. And everybody thank Filey. Otherwise I wouldn't have gone live tonight. Filey was helping out in another live with me and Chronically Ghosted. But everyone please follow Chronically Ghosted, Shy Flying High. And if you want, send you all a shield of light. Imagine an orb of light kind of unfolding around you, filled with healing energy and protective energy and light energy. And whenever you need it, before you begin the day, imagine yourself surrounded by light, or if there's an element that you like using. And these, so also I go live normally on Mondays and Fridays, but this week is all over the place. If you want, on my YouTube, I do post a lot of the lives. There's like 30 of them up there right now. Thank you. I have one, if you go on my YouTube, I do have one for insomnia that's up. Yes, I feel heat radiating out of my hands because the light travels through the body and then it gets directed. And so I'm using the screen sort of as like a conduit or visualization of different chakras, but I imagine the entire world being surrounded by like a wave of light energy. But yes, if you have insomnia, check out the insomnia video I have up on YouTube. That's probably one of my that's one of the most favorited ones. I wish I could just live in Reiki all the time. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make this my my career. One day soon. But yes, I'm gonna start signing out. I'm sending you all love, sending you all light. If you want to work with me further, I have everything linked in my link tree. One-on-one sessions. My Patreon has a few different things. Level 1, so the support tier is a lot of shadow work prompts, or if I find any cool books or YouTube videos, I put those up there. In level 2, I have a lot of sound healings for each chakra because I use tuning forks from time to time. And then level 3 is where I put kind of like my meditation Reiki journeys up. There's about 4 really powerful ones that I've used, and so that helps. I'm trying to think what else there is. I have my Etsy shop up. I'm starting to do oracle card readings, and so is Chronically Ghosted. Another thing is there's a fake account running around with my name, so just so that you all know, I don't reach out to you. If you want to work with me, that's all done through my bio, but I'll never reach out to anyone directly saying like, I sense your energy, you need this or that or the other. I can't sense others' energies unless they've willingly want me to work with them and they've signed up for a session or one of the other things that I've listed. That's the only time I could tap into someone's energy field and get accurate readings on what they're feeling. And the same goes for all energy healers. So normally Mondays and Fridays, but everything's been all over the place lately. So I'm hoping this Friday around 9:30, but that's up in the air right now. But yes, I'm going to sign out. Thank you all so much. I'm sending you all so much love. Have a good night, everyone. Take care.